Hello and welcome to the streets of Bangkok, the capital of Thailand and a world-renowned foodie capital. Today, we'll be making some gorgeous and delicious crepes like you've never seen before. First off, the vendor pours batter onto a preheated plate using bottles with special lids to achieve beautiful patterns and designs. They ensure the batter is applied evenly across the surface. The batter sizzles as it hits the hot surface and begins to cook, filling the air with a delicious aroma. The vendor carefully watches the cooking process, making sure that the batter is cooked to perfection. Believe it or not, sweet crepes are popular throughout Asia, with many countries having their own unique versions of the dish. In Japan, for example, crepes are sold at street stalls and food markets, and are typically filled with sweet ingredients like fresh fruit, whipped cream, and chocolate sauce, making them a popular dessert option. In Thailand, crepes are a popular snack food throughout the country and are made from a batter of rice flour, coconut milk, and sugar. They are often filled with a mixture of sweetened egg yolks and shredded coconut. Different color batter can be used to make our crepes look even more appealing. By using natural food coloring, we can create a rainbow of colors that will make our crepes stand out from the crowd. Imagine biting into a delicious crepe filled with your favorite toppings and seeing a burst of vibrant colors. Not only will it taste amazing, but it will also be a feast for the eyes. We can add a variety of toppings such as marshmallows, cereal, and so much more to our crepes to make them even more delicious. The combination of textures and flavors is sure to delight your taste buds. And the best part is that you can mix and match toppings to create your own unique crepe creation. One interesting fact about sweet crepes is that they originated in Brittany, France in the 13th century. They were made out of buckwheat, which was introduced to France after the Crusades in Asia. The buckwheat galette was the beginning of the famous Breton galette. Now the vendor carefully folds the crepe into a cone, making sure that all of the delicious toppings are securely nestled inside. We can see that the toppings stick onto the crepe, creating a mouth-watering blend of different flavors. Well, after we've seen some amazing designs, let's take a look at some other interesting and creative designs that are sure to inspire and impress us. This is one savory crepe. The skilled vendor carefully cracks an egg and adds it to the surface of the crepe, along with juicy sausages, creating a mouth-watering combination of flavors and textures. Did you know that the word crepe comes from the Latin word crispa, meaning curly? And true to its name, crepes have crispy edges that sometimes curl up with a crepey textured surface. Crepes are popular all over the world and can be filled with a variety of sweet or savory ingredients. In France, there are even crepe restaurants called creperies that specialize in creating delicious crepes with hundreds of different fillings. There's even a special day in French culture dedicated to eating crepes. So, next time you enjoy a crepe, remember its fascinating history and the many ways it can be enjoyed. Now the vendor is using a black batter for this crepe, which adds a unique and striking appearance to the dish, making it even more appetizing and appealing. A generous amount of rich and creamy chocolate spread is added to the crepe, and then many colorful and delicious sweets are carefully placed on top, creating a visually stunning and tasty treat. We can also make a more savory black crepe, as demonstrated now by the vendor who is skillfully adding a variety of delicious and flavorful ingredients to create a taste bud tingling and satisfying dish. Hello again and welcome to Chiang Mai Night Market in northern Thailand. Today, we will be making crispy pork belly. First, the vendor prepares a charcoal fire in a small grill or stove. The charcoal is carefully arranged and lit and allowed to heat up until it reaches the desired temperature. Once the fire is ready, the vendor can begin cooking the food, using the heat from the charcoal to grill, roast, or fry the ingredients to perfection. Pork belly is a delicious and versatile cut of meat that can be prepared in a variety of ways. Whether it's roasted, grilled, or braised, pork belly always delivers a rich and satisfying flavor that is sure to please. He uses some fresh chunks of pork belly which can be hung close to the charcoal fire. The heat from the fire slowly cooks the pork, rendering the fat and crisping up the skin. The vendor carefully monitors the cooking process, turning the pork as needed to ensure that it cooks evenly and achieves the desired level of doneness. To achieve the crispiness on our pork belly, it's important to properly score the skin and season it well before roasting. This allows the fat to render and the skin to puff up and become crispy. Additionally, using a high heat at the beginning of the cooking process can help to achieve a crispy skin. Pork belly has been enjoyed as a meal for thousands of years. This delicious and fatty cut of meat comes from the belly of a pig and has been a staple in many cuisines around the world. In China, salted pork belly first appeared on dining tables thousands of years ago. Pork curing methods then spread throughout the Roman Empire. It can be prepared in many different ways, such as being diced and slowly braised with skin on, marinated, or cooked in its entirety. In Korean cuisine, pork belly is so popular that according to a 2006 survey by National Agricultural Cooperative Federation, 85% of South Korean adults stated that their favorite slice of pork is the pork belly. The vendor is also cooking some chicken and pork in a separate fire. Once the pork belly is nice and browned on one side, we can turn it and hang it back up near the charcoal fire. This allows the other side of the pork to cook and brown evenly. The vendor continues to monitor the cooking process, making adjustments as needed to ensure that the pork is cooked well. A lid can be put on the cooking pot to prevent heat from escaping and to keep the food warm while it cooks. This can also help to reduce cooking time and to prevent splatters and spills. Now we can see that the pork belly is cooked thoroughly. The skin is crispy and golden brown while the meat is tender and juicy. The aroma of freshly cooked pork is mouthwatering and is sure to be a delicious treat for anyone who tries it. The meat is removed from the heat and put to one side. Believe it or not, pork belly isn't just for roasting. It can also be sliced thin and grilled to perfection, served in a sandwich or on top of a salad. Or try braising it low and slow in a flavorful broth until it's melt-in-your-mouth tender. The possibilities are endless with this delicious cut of meat. So the next time you're looking for a meal that's sure to satisfy, give pork belly a try. The vendor prepares the meat for customers by chopping it into more manageable chunks. Using a sharp knife, the vendor carefully slices the pork belly into bite-sized pieces, making sure to include a good balance of meat and fat in each piece. The freshly chopped pork is then arranged on a plate or in a container, ready to be served to hungry customers with a variety of side dishes and condiments. Well, that's it for today. We'll see you very soon for another Asian food adventure. And if you'd like to watch more, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell to be notified about when our next mouth-watering video is posted. Bon appetit!